Crystal Ball's coming in hot. So, of course, we've got to talk about it. Sooners got themselves one for an elite defensive player that, yeah, we definitely want to get our hands on. So, let's dive into that. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank you for pulling up to the channel. This video is powered by our partners at BetUS. Check them out. They're hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. So, the Oklahoma Sooners got a prediction in for a player that decided to visit this past weekend. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but if anything, it means that Oklahoma is in the mix. And so we're going to dive into that. And I also want to look at what we're going to do is, of course, look at the player profile, check out some film. And we got another player that I want to talk about at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around after we talk about this crystal ball that I think the Sooners got to land. So let's dive into that. First and foremost, we've got KJ Ford. Now, we talked about him on the live stream last night because, yeah, Mr. Ford's a beast. Here's the measurables. He comes in at 6'3", roughly 2 1/4. 247 has him updated about 245. So he's a big kid. Duncanville, Texas, a place that Oklahoma has not pulled a player from, I think, in a while or ever. But I'll say this, they got talent. And he is rated as a consensus and composite 4-star top 200 player in the country, in my personal opinion. 247 has him at 189. On3 has him as their consensus at 206. But he's definitely a top 20 edge player in the country. And when you pull up the film, violent hands. Very much violent hands. So every time I sit here and watch him play, I'm looking at this like, what do we need to do to get him? What do we need to do to bring him to Oklahoma? Because he's violent. He gets around the edge and he hits people. That's what you want. And it makes me think about, honestly, Texas picking up like Colin Simmons and a player of that caliber. He can go down 3-point stance. He can come standing up off the edge. Dude is violent. And he reminds me a lot of, when it comes to violence, Daniel Okoye, in which we're expecting him, now that he is a redshirt freshman, to break out this coming season because he's known for being violent. I mean, he came on the show and he talked about the one thing he loves about football is the violence. And so Oklahoma going after him at Duncanville, like I said, Oklahoma hasn't had that much luck, but I'm hoping that we can turn that around. I love everything I see about KJ Ford. The best part about him, too, in this recruitment, and you may be asking, Jay, what's the chance of getting a guy that you yourself have said Oklahoma hasn't done a very good job of winning players from that school? Well, KJ has spent some time in Oklahoma. I believe he's been on 4 visits so far. He came to a lot of games last season. And came this past weekend. There was an article. Steve Spiegelman is the one that put the crystal ball in and said that he feels like Oklahoma is going to be the winner here. And they talked about him. I think it was Steve Wiltfong that talked in detail about the visit. Said that Ford talked about how much he enjoyed it. And Spiegelman's over there at Rivals. And then, like I said, Wiltfong had an article about the visitors and they liked the vibe. They enjoyed themselves. He enjoyed himself and he could see himself at Oklahoma. So what the Sooners need to do is find a way to close this deal. You get yourself some players like him into this squad for next year. You're moving on up. I love everything about KJ Ford, and I'm hoping that Oklahoma finds a way to get their hands on him. Let me know what y'all think when y'all saw the film and the aesthetics. Hop in the comments. Love to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about this one player, though. Could talk about the Swedish kid. But first, shout out to our partners over there at BetUS. They're hooking you up. 150% bonus on your first deposit of $2,000. 125% bonus on your second and third deposits by using promo code YouTube150. And so they've got all the futures going in here. And as of right now, we know Oklahoma is sitting here at plus 6,500 on most of the books. Some others have them at plus, 10,000. BetUS is sitting there at plus 6,500 because they think the Sooners have a chance. And hey, to me, those 65-1 odds are a lot better than what I would have actually expected. So they may know something. I may take advantage of that. If you want to jump into action, you can. They're also going to give you gambler's insurance, 10% back on your net losses twice a year to keep you in the game. So check them out. 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your second and third, all up to $2,000. Use promo code U2150, BetUS, where the game begins. So, but we got to talk about Vadenson, right? We were talking about him on the live stream, and I'm just going to be honest, man. Whenever I see the kid, he's a ginormous human being, 6'5", easily over 300 pounds, and he's going to walk in at that size. And he has some get off. When he gets off the ball, he's in the backfield. He's playing out there in Virginia, St. George, Virginia right now. He runs right through dudes. Him next to David Stone and Jaden Jackson in their last year or two here on campus, because I don't expect either one of them to last 4 years, would be huge. You just have just two just ginormous human being, mammoth humans. And the cool thing is, just like KJ Ford, Valdin's Sone is also starting to get a lot of attention from other schools. KJ Ford just got an offer from Georgia. Valdin just got him one from Texas. And he's got a long list of schools that want to get in the mix for him because he is the sizey, rangy, strong dude that you want to get your hands on. Now, you mean international players, everybody has their questions, but this dude has force. Like, he goes in, he's powerful. He pushes up, tosses dudes to the side, runs right down. I want him in Crimson and Cream. And I know that Oklahoma's doing everything they possibly can to get their hands on him. So he's one player we're going to keep our eyes out for, because if Todd Bates continue to put in the work, I think we can land the big ticket. Now, the expectation is he's going to take a visit at Oklahoma soon. And, I mean, he was here for the junior day, and he should be back Champ U barbecue. Hopefully, you can get him in, leverage him, the conversations with Jaden O'Neal, who we know is recruiting like crazy, to strengthen his class. But you bring him in, get him to visit more often. Right now, he's listed as a 4-star, but he can easily fly up into the top 200s, even top 100s, especially as he camps more. But remember, he's already got all the big boys after him. He's got the Bamas. He's got the A&Ms, Penn States, Florida States, Miami, Georgia, South Carolina, Auburn, LSU, Oklahoma. They've got all the big schools already after him. So that tells you that he's going to be something he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. So we're going to be hoping that Oklahoma finds a way to snatch him up, get him in the mix. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. It's early. It's January, but we are looking heavy into the 2026 class. This is when we can start to see more of the build up until Champ U barbecue weekend in June. Then at that point, we can expect some players to make some decisions. So let me know your thoughts. You made it this far, like the content, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We'd love for y'all to join this family of Sooner fans talking OU football, SEC, college football in general. Having a blast doing it. All right, we will be talking recruiting for the next few days. We're in that season now, so just expect it. We keep a running ticker of the players as they go through their offers, their top 10s, as well as and all of that in the Discord. Link is in the description below. Feel free to join us. Like I said, we talk through all of that constantly, and we're always looking at it. So if you want to stay in the mix, check it out. Shout out to BetUS, they hook up the gamer. 150% bonus on the first deposit, $2,000 by using promo code U2150. And we will chop it up next day or two. Peace.